All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the main event. Who's facing Dom next week in the main event of Raw? The first man is Chrissy Bissy taking a pissy on a fat girl named Missy.
Making his way to the ring, representing the Assassins from Cincinnati, Ohio, weighing in at 245 pounds, one half of the World Tag Team Champions, the Chosen One, Chris.
Javon won his triple threat match against Hunter and Will Ospreay. That match was amazing, man. What an ending that match was. If you haven't seen that match, I would advise you to go watch it. The match was incredible. Javon picking up the victory in that match. He will face Carmelo Hayes this Friday night on SmackDown in the main event for the United States Championship. And his other half of the tag team champions, Chris, needs to win this match to face Dom to hopefully take the IC championship. Chris, the master of elegance, as he awaits. Oh! Ilja Dragunov!
First, from Moscow, Russia, weighing in at 187 pounds,
Ilja
Ilja Dragunov.
Dragunov, the second mystery man in this triple threat match.
And from Vienna, Austria, weighing in at 250 pounds, Gunther!
Back into the sport that is professional wrestling. He's retired. Goldberg, John Cena, AJ Styles, the certified career killer, the Mad Dragon, and the Prince of Excellence. Elegance, Chris. As Gunther and Dragunov, the history those guys have I talked about it a little bit during Gunther's entrance. Big chop. Dragunov, no stranger to those hands of Gunther, slapping his pecs as Gunther hits a super kick. And now Gunther just landed in the Dragunov. And now he's going after Chris. Says, yo, you're not getting out of here unscathed, fool. Chris now went for that big senton. Gunther moves out of the way. Chris can quite literally pick the bone of this match. Gunther, what's he going for here? Is he going for the walls of Jericho? It sure as shit looks like it. Chris just punches him in the face, says, yo, hell nah. Scottish sickle! But as I was saying, before the entrances is Gunther dropping Chris. The pain tolerances of the men in the ring right now, not the official, he sucks, is impeccable. As a former pro wrestler myself, that mat, let me give you some geography skills that is in the WWE wrestling ring. It is a 22 by 22 ring, okay? And when you hear ring, you're not thinking, oh yeah, I need to propose to my girl. No. As Gunther smacking Chris with his kendo stick, you're thinking big wood boards on that ring. Metal for the apron, for the ring posts. And then you get about 1.5 inches of padding. And then you put the canvas on top. That is what gives a wrestling ring its sound, is those wood boards. If you have done wrestling school with Chris with a big suplex, they will tell you, oh my god, T-Rex kick. That when you bump, you want to land in the middle of the ring. It is the best overall feeling. Is Chris with a big GTS suplex thing to Gunther. Bitter end to Dragunov. All those boards meet in the middle of the ring. The force of gravity will help you distribute that weight of G's across your entire body. It's Dragunov now. What strength. The bumps don't necessarily hurt too bad. It feels as if you are falling in the grass outside. That is the best way that I could describe it to someone. Is that there is a way to fall safely, and they teach it in wrestling school. It's Dragunov going for the pin on Gunther. Chris now. Big suplex. He holds on to it. Another one perhaps. No. Into a clothesline. Spinning Dragunov. Gunther got busted open at some point in this match. We may have to pay attention to that, as we've seen the Ring General struggle with seeing his own blood in the past. That's how he lost the world title to CM Punk. Oh, big cross body, and now Chris. Oh, Gunther catches the leg and makes Chris faceplant. I can tell you with my experience as a pro wrestler, the absolute worst bump to take is the face bump. The worst move to take is any move on the top rope. From the top rope, going anywhere. It hurts like hell. You cannot fake gravity, as Dragunov just planting Chris. Moves from the top rope are horrible to feel. They hurt like hell. Alabama Slam. That move hurts like hell. The worst move I would say to give, honestly, is maybe the dropkick or a top rope move. Dropkick may be bad. Maybe one of the worst moves. It's Dragunov with a big knee to Gunther. And now he's in the pinfall position. Chad Patton's in perfect position. Gunther kicks out. And now you see the blood of Gunther on the mat. I said we need to pay attention to it. We're pretty short in the match. It's Chris with a big knee. The cover. Dragunov kicks out at 1. The ring does not care about your family. The ring does not care about possible surgeries that you've had in the past. It's Dragunov with Chris on the apron. Big kick to Dragunov. Now Chris. Dragunov reverses. Gets the forearms in on Chris. Big clothesline to Gunther. These three men in the ring are very disciplined. Dragunov and Gunther, maybe more than Chris, as they have more experience. Dragunov, the ref, what is he doing? Torpedo Moscow! Out of nowhere! The cover, Chad Patton's a fucking idiot. Oh, and Chris breaking up. I think Gunther may have gotten the shoulder up, actually. Dragunov may have been going for that power bomb into the H-bomb. It's Chris now. Chris hitting the ropes. I can tell you, those ropes, they're not actually little cotton ropes. Those ropes in a traditional wrestling ring are steel cables from like a telephone pole. Gunther, pinfall. They're steel cables, and then they are wrapped in electrical tape as Dragunov hits a big boot. Gunther went for that big T-Rex kick. Dragunov maybe a torpedo Moscow. Chris just watching these guys put on a banger right now. We don't even... Now, Dragunov went towards Chris. Chris maybe thought he was doing something. Now, what's this? A big neck breaker! The cover! Dragunov gets his shoulder up at the count of 1. Now Chris, a big move to a big Austrian man. Big long blower. Dragunov traps the chop. Chris, kick, chop, chop, chop. Now Chris, with a cutter to Dragunov. Onto a kendo stick. Kick out at 1. Oh my god, what a boot by the Hingenal. Now Gunther stomping at the arm of Dragunov. You know, these guys know each other like the back of their hands. You get rid of Dragunov's arm, you get rid of the H-bomb, and now Chris picking the scraps. Big clothesline to Gunther. You see the blood coming out of the forehead. Kick out by Gunther. Winner of this matchup gets dirty-ass Dominic Mysterio in the main event of Raw next week. Chris, first 48, the ref goes down. Dragunov ran into the official. The official's down. Gunther chops in the corner. Chris says no, cuh. Chris, I got no words, dude. Gunther, he's got Dragunov up. He's got him. Power slam onto the official. The disrespect by Gunther is impeccable, man. Chris, corkscrew calf kick. Hey, goes outside the ring. And now Dragunov gets Scottish sickled. That big clothesline to the back of the head, man. Chris, big dive. Outside to a turns him over. And he changes his mind last second on what he was planning to do to Gunther. Scottish sickle again! The cover! The official, he did get hit. He will be slower with that count for about 2.5 minutes as he's still recovering. Now Chris, he's got Dragunov. Another code breaker! Takes Gunther out this time instead of the official. Cover on Dragunov. Kick out at 1. The blood on the mat shows you what Gunther, Dragunov, Chris are willing to put in. What all the superstars are willing to put in to entertain the fans. You notice no Ash is in a seat right now. Not because we can't sell tickets, but because this match is so entertaining. Gunther with the roll up there. Chris is back at the chair. That may have hurt a little bit. Gunther now. Whoa, perhaps. Going for a big belly-to-belly, perhaps. Maybe. Potentially. Perhaps. Perhaps. And now Dragunov gets forearm to the dome. Gunther's down. Chris is going to take advantage. This big Pele kick. Gunther moves. Now Gunther. Got him from behind. Like an ASU cheerleader. Dragunov. Got Gunther from behind like an ASU cheerleader. Dragunov. He's got Gunther in the tree of woe. Now Chris hits a reckoning on the Dragunov. And now Chris, he's going to the top rope. Gunther's stuck. Oh my God, no, 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 no. Oh my God. And now, outside the ring. Chris has got to pick someone. You hear the agony of Gunther and Dragunov. Dragunov getting back to his feet. Chris sees the chair. He picks it up. Dragunov says, "Bring it, you dumb whore." And now, the chair to Dragunov. Gunther. Chop. No. Chris says, "Hell no, fool." Big chop to Gunther. You don't want to get in a chop contest with him. RKO. That big cutter delivered. And now, he's got Dragunov, the devil inside. Chad Patton, perfect position, 1. Dragunov gets the shoulder up at 2. Gunther now. Whoa! Dragon twist cutter onto the chair and kendo stick. Ilja's back to his feet. Breaks up the pinfall. That could have done it. Dragunov maybe going for a big chop block. Chris says no. Scottish sickle to the ring general. Down goes Dragunov. Chris now looking for that Pele kick once more. He misses again. Gunther scouted it. Gunther may have been going for that power bomb. Super kick. No. Gunther evades. Gunther with the clothesline. And Dragunov coming in with the kendo stick. Dragunov went for that 360 chop. That move probably hurts like hell to take. Chops alone are horrifying. Just look at what happened to Daniel Bryan at the greatest Royal Rumble. Chops are dangerous, man. They are the realest move in pro wrestling. As Chris running into the official. Dragunov. Oh my God, the jaw grip slaps. Now Dragunov. Irish whip. Torpedo. No. Chris Scottish sickle to Gunther. And now, the mad-ass Dragon puts Chris in the corner. Chris got cut. Oh my God! Gunther just clotheslined Dragunov so hard that he defied physics, damn it. Oh, and now Chris gets the ass beaten with the kendo stick that he might actually deserve. Oh, and now Chris. Dragon twist! Got her! Dragunov into the ring with a chair. Chris says no. Big kick. Gunther out. Chris cover. Kick out by Ring General. We're in a banger right now. Dragunov gets cut with the cutter. Gunther chop. No. Gunther. Gunther bomb. Dragunov breaking up the pin. Big chop. Another one. Dragunov with a power bomb of his own, dropping Gunther. Chris, he needs to get to his feet. Oh my God. Chris missed.
Here is your winner, Ilja Dragunov.
We're going to get a replay of the end of this match. I do think that Chris may have missed the kick. I don't know if the official saw it. I think Chris got that kick, man. But we will see next week on Monday Night Raw as Dragunov defeats Gunther.